So guys, it is officially winter in Melbourne. Like, it is cold. It went from being like, oh cute autumn leaves, to being like, oh shit's cold. I tend to escape winters, which I'm actually doing this year. I'm going to Europe mid-July, which is really exciting. Till then, I am here and I just feel like I am already noticing myself not getting out of the house as much, not like moving my body as much because it's cold, and like going to a workout class or like doing stuff outside can be like, just, I don't know, just the motivation leaves. It's not actually like that hard, like it's not that cold yet either, but I'm just like trying to use this video as a little bit of a motivation to be like, no seasonal depression. We are romanticizing winter. There is so many nice aspects about winter. I'm not gonna lie, one of the nice things about this winter is that I am in a relationship and I live with my partner, so I'm getting the cuddle part of winter that single Joy used to really crave. I'm pretty sure my parents told me when they started dating it was winter, and they were like, oh, this is just like a winter relationship, like we're just here for the cuddles and then we're leaving, and then obviously are still married and have 2 children and are happily in love. This bronzer from Fluff and their brush is just so nice. I've been using it so much and it just looks so natural and feels so good to apply. I have been using Fox from Merit a lot as well. Also this Merit brow gel with like some tint. The perfume of the day. I think because the first note of this perfume is pear, and I just associate pear with winter, I've just been loving this scent so much. I'm wearing this with jean top, so most of the time you won't really see the pop of color because the jacket's gonna be over, but I feel like one of the things you have to romanticize in winter is like, people might not be able to see all the layers and effort you've put underneath the coat, but you know it's there. It's like sexy lingerie, like people don't know what you're wearing, but you know that you're wearing a cute matching set, and it just makes you feel better. For jeans, I am wearing my Couture jeans. For bag, I'm thinking this stunning bag from Songmont, who are kindly sponsoring today's video. The reason this bag is such a winner in my eyes is because I think it just blends chic effortless with like functionality. The fact that it just has a magnet that just closes. You can wear this bag like this, just over the shoulder, which I just think is so cute. But like on a day like today, what I love is because when I wear a massive coat, it just slips off if I have a little bag. So then, perfect, you have a long strap as well. In winter, I feel like I always am carrying like an extra layer or a scarf, and it's so annoying because then when you put it in the bag, it like takes up so much of the room for all of your other stuff. And I have never seen a bag do this, so I want to show you guys. So picture this. I've been wearing a scarf all day. I'm really hot. I don't want it anymore, but my bag is full of all my other things. I can just string it through here, and voila. Like, are we kidding? There are so many cute spots to attach little charms, like here. Inside there is such a good zip pocket for anything you need to keep securely. All of the gold plated hardware is fade resistant. I've actually been using it as my like everyday bag recently because it just fits so much inside. Like for any of the girls that carry 3 journals and like calming oil and incense in their bag. It is literally such a high quality, functional, chic bag, and I honestly couldn't recommend it enough. I will leave all the details in the description box below for you guys to check out for yourself. Getting into the zone.
What's the angle? I'm not playing that game. It's the same business with a different name. Who's the target? Sorry, I'm not.
How is this real? I thought I would get lucky and I would just get consistent weather. It has been on and off raining on this walk. Literally was like pouring a second ago, and now it's like blue skies and sunny. I don't even know how that is possible. date with my boyfriend. And we're excited. Roman thinks that popcorn is a non-negotiable. I think that we just had a big dinner and could save our money, but Roman doesn't think cinema exists without popcorn. Am I correct?
You're correct.
You're being such a film boy.
So I'm trying to get the bag.
Wait, can you show them how cool this is? Cheap Tuesdays. Probably have just enough time. Today I'm actually going to get skin needling done for the first time. I'm a little bit nervous. I feel like I have heard about so many people that have done skin needling and everyone's like, it's the one thing that I really got to see results. My skin at the moment is actually pretty good, but I feel like, yeah, I don't know, I'm turning 25 in July and I think I'm just at that age where I'm like, oh, I just want to start taking better care of my skin. I've decided to just go super comfy for outfit. I'm just wearing like a big oversized white tee. My new Inku cardigan is from the men's section. Permanent vacation jeans, deco loafers, and now let's drive to Armadale.
Benefits of everything, which is great.
So far really fine. I don't know if other areas are more painful. As you guys can see, I look like a tomato. I think throughout this week my skin might be a bit like flaky, but yeah, I have a shoot in like a week, so I'm really hoping that my skin will be glowy before then. Hello guys, I currently have a hair mask in. I'm actually Joy from the future, but I realized that there was some gaps in this vlog that I never kind of filled you guys in on, so I'm filling in some of the gaps. First off, I realized I never told you guys what film we saw and what I thought. So we actually went and saw Materialists. I was really excited because I really loved Past Lives, which is Celine Song's other film, and I'm also just such a rom-com girl, and I just was like, oh, this might really hit the spot. I did really love some of the concepts in this film, the main one being kind of the idea of modern dating and how much it has shifted, where now women don't need men and marriage in the same way they used to. Like, we don't need it as much for the financial security. Like, when you look at New York, which is where it's set, like, a lot of those women don't need marriage and relationships with men for that financial security. Like, a lot of women are making just as much or more money than men. That does not mean it is not a man's world, but I do think that women are in a very different position, obviously, than how it used to be. This idea of the fact that marriage and women's choice to get married has shifted so much, and with also dating apps, like, men and women have become so much more picky about the kind of person they want to be with. For instance, in the past, maybe a man coming from wealth was enough to attract a woman, but then now a lot of women have their own wealth, so they don't only want a man that has money, but they also want him to be attractive and funny and someone they get along with. Overall, I didn't love the film. Like, I did like aspects of it. There were parts that I definitely laughed, and it definitely did get me thinking, but I don't know, I just left being a bit like, just something didn't really hit the spot, and I can't even fully pinpoint what it was, but I feel like the ending just felt, I don't know if it was the chemistry of Dakota and Chris, or I don't know, I left being like, I wouldn't recommend that film that much. Anyway, that was my spiel on the movie, and I guess the next thing I wanted to quickly say is the next footage you're about to see is from earlier this month, when I directed kind of my first short filmy campaign thing that I did with Fluff. I have loved Fluff for so long, so to be able to make this film felt really exciting. And I guess, like, as an influencer, so many brands these days kind of come to you with like a brief of like, we want a TikTok of you talking about this or whatever, and it's coming from, you know, a place of being like, we know what sells, you showing the product and talking, and TikTok is what works. But I think sometimes it can feel a bit frustrating because I'm like, oh my god, like, I genuinely love this product, I want to make something really creative and beautiful for it, but a lot of brands don't really let you do that. So yeah, I'm really grateful to Fluff and Erica, the founder, for like letting me do this and just trusting my vision. Just to give you a little bit of a backstory, I wrote this about me and my mom and just kind of that feeling of moving to a city and you know, being 25 and maybe experiencing some sort of like burnout or struggles and realizing that you just really need your mum. Since moving to Melbourne, there's been so many times where I've just had to call mum and be like, hey, I just need you. And so this was kind of about that, because I realized that without my mum's nurturing and love, I would not be the person I am today. And I think that so much of our beauty, the real beauty that shines from within, comes from nurturing, but also our external beauty comes from nurturing and self-care and love. So this film is really about the fact that beauty is a result of being nurtured, and how a lot of that nurturing for me has come from my mum. It just felt really cozy and comforting, and everyone was just so supportive and there for me, even though I feel like I'm so new to kind of directing more people and in directing in that kind of space. We also shot it on 16mm film, which was really exciting for me because I've always dreamed of doing a 16mm film project, but also terrifying because you obviously don't know how the footage is going to turn out. You just have to really trust. And it also means, like, because film is so expensive to get developed and scanned, you can't really like afford to do a lot of takes of one scene. So it's kind of like usually one take wonders. Like, you film it and whatever shot you got to use in the edit. So this feels like a very exciting and vulnerable project to put out, and I'm going to be releasing it on my Instagram. So if you guys want to see the final project, that will be out soon and you can follow me. I love watching BTS of how things are made, so I thought to include this in case some of you guys would enjoy seeing kind of like the behind the scenes of me filming my first 16mm film commercial campaign, short film. So yeah, hope you enjoy.
You do. Blue moon, kind of mysterious, shaded with someone I'm not really into. You need to fix it. Talking bullshit.
I'm gonna give you
It's
my
hard to see you when your eyes look dull. Who's gonna save you?
Oh yeah,
Who's
on the
gonna
film
make
cam.
you
I attempted to say that made the heart like
not
so like it would be more beautiful. 1, 2. Wait, look slightly more the other way. 1, 2. Good morning. I'm coming to you with sprinkle eye things that feel really nice. I'm actually in an Airbnb right now, one of the cutest Airbnbs I've ever been to. It's called Carl's Hut. I'm here with my boyfriend because it was his birthday yesterday, and it's literally like on a vineyard and it's just so magical. This is literally outside. Is that not the most beautiful thing ever? And then you just come over here. This is our front door and the kitchen. Are you kidding me? All these cute little cups and things that we're about to use for breakfast. And then here we have the living room. We had a fire last night and it was so nice. This is our cute little table over here. Roman's hiding behind me. Can you see his shadow? Hey! And then we just had a shower, so it might be a bit misty in there. But the most beautiful bathroom, and that's literally the vineyard there. Brekkie.